to Let's Watch Gotham? Sure, let's call it that. Unless I come up with a better name later. Let's watch Gotham. So, Gotham just got on Netflix. It's a show. It exists. It's based on Batman. DC Comics character Batman. Maybe you've heard of him. So this is going to be a vlog style sort of review show, taking it episode by episode. This time it's the pilot. So I'd already seen the pilot right when it aired. I watched it as it aired on TV about a year ago. And I hated it. I did not like it. And here I watched it a second time. And I can sort of see some of the better parts. I'm no longer in that fan of the stuff that it's based on. Because, you know what? This time I went into it expecting absolutely nothing. Whereas before I was like, they're making a show based on Gotham Central. Easily one of the best comics in the Batman universe. In my opinion. But, now I'm like, okay, so here it is. If you haven't seen Gotham before and you don't know what it's about Harvey Bullock and James Gordon literally right after Bruce Wayne's parents get killed. And, it just sort of starts off with, you see it happen and you know exactly what they say right before they die. And that's sort of, it's something I disagree with. Nolan did it too. And this really wants to be in the Nolan continuity, even though it's also not that. It's so far from that. But yeah, so... excuse me. Losing my... Ugh. But, it just... Nolan wanted to do that thing where you see exactly what happened on the night. And how I would have done it, especially for something like Gotham, is... Since Gotham's not focused on Bruce Wayne is not the main character of Gotham. So it sort of precedes it with Selina Kyle, going around. But even it's not Selina Kyle's show. But I would have had that, and then she hears the two gunshots. And then we come to that really cool, actually visually awesome shot of, the camera panning away from Bruce as he's, over his parents' body screaming. And that would have been cool too. We stumble into that moment. We hear the gunshots, and we're there. Because then you don't know what went down that did it. And secondly, of course, what's going to be the season-long plot is who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne. And anybody that's read the comics knows what it's supposed to be and what it represents. And that's Joe Chill. It's Joe Chill. It's just a guy. It's a failed robbery. It's the least important death in the world. That's what's important about Thomas and Martha Wayne. Their death isn't caused by something. It's caused by the city. Gotham itself kills them. Not, a crime boss had some sort of fucking conspiracy about it. It's supposed to be, it's random. It's the city they loved kills them. That's the pitch for their death. Which is a weird thing to say. But, so what the show immediately does is sort of take you out of it by being like, it's a conspiracy! We're a conspiracy show! And of course the show is created by the creator of The Mentalist, which was also we've got to find the murderer who killed the main character's close family member. So it's he understands that that's sort of his bread and butter. But it's not a good pitch. It's not a good fucking idea for a show. Especially because Law and Order, Gotham City is a fucking brilliant idea for a show. Because if it took place in the modern Batman times, it'd be awesome. You wouldn't have to show Batman until fucking... I don't know, you could just have people talk about him. You could have the bat signal. You could make it completely on a low budget. Or, not a low budget, but you could do it for Gotham's budget. Actually, you could probably do it for less. Just to have a Batman show with no Batman. It's just Law and Order in Gotham City. So you get to see these fucking crazy characters in the modern day. But another thing that they do is fucking now every one of Batman's rogues gallery is older than him. Like, Selena Kyle is easily a year or two older than the actor than Bruce Wayne. So it's like, well, Catwoman's someone who should be younger. And despite the fact that, fuck it, that's a lot of nitpicking. The most important thing is that the new characters that they created aren't interesting. The old characters that they're adapting, like Harvey Bullock and Jim Gordon, they fucking wear their, like, this is my character on their sleeve. Harvey Bullock, from fucking the first thing that he says, you know he's, like, a guy who's against... He's the opposite of Gordon. Gordon walks in and essentially just does that scene from year one, except instead of in a house, it's in the police station. That's the first, like, time you see Gordon. He does the year one, like, he calms down the situation, nobody dies. And then everyone's like, what the fuck did you do that for? Except, in year one, it's cool because Gordon and Batman are both having their first year as their respective... Oh my god, excuse me, that's gross. As their respective characters. And so it's like, it's trying to be year one, it's trying to be Gotham Central, and it just succeeds at being not as good as either, at least in the pilot. And of course pilots are always going to be sketchy. Or, well, no, but like, pilots are always going to be, you know, you never know how a pilot's going to turn out. And a pilot is not ever indicative of what the rest of the series is going to be. But like, I don't know, I didn't like it the first time. And this time, I saw the parts I liked. Really cool cinematography. I liked the lighting. There were some sound issues that I noticed. Like, one of the mics was peaking, and they just were like, oh fuck, we gotta just fix that. And they fixed it pretty good. They fixed it better than I fixed it for my show. But then again, my show is made with fucking this much money. But yeah, so it's just, you see a show like Gotham, and it really should be awesome. And it's not the actor's fault. Because I've seen each of those actors in good shit. Jada Pinkett Smith has been in movies, I believe. I don't know about her. I don't know why I started with her. Robin Lord Taylor, he nails it, but clearly the writing is hard for him to get around, because it's weird. It's just not... Like, I'm clever like that is not something that's easy to say when you're being threatened. Like, I don't know. Whatever. But, the two leads, seeing them both in good stuff. Especially because fucking... The guy who plays Jim Gordon, Ben McKenzie, I believe his name is. Put that on the screen right here, if I'm wrong. Or if I'm right and just right. I was right. But yeah, like... He nails it. He nails it in year one, like, as Batman. And in this, he's supposed to be Gordon, and he says that he's trying to be Gary Oldman's Gordon. I guess. I don't know. Like, he needs to have the mustache. He's Gordon. Maybe he'll grow the mustache for season 2. Anyway, season 2 just started, and so I was like, maybe I should check out Gotham, because I've seen a lot of people telling me that it's like, no, it's actually a pretty decent program. And that's why I'm doing these vlogs. Because, hey, if I start liking the show, then I want other people to watch it. And be like, yeah, the fucking pilot episode's a piece of shit, but like, once you get past that, it's actually a decent show. Like Arrow. Arrow was a show that I watched the first 3 episodes of the first time, and I fucking hated it. It's just, they're not good episodes. They ruin fucking Deadshot. And while Arrow is one of those shows that's consistently doing better as of season 2, which is what I watched, I haven't seen any season 3 yet. Because I don't want to spend money on a show that I don't love. So I watch it on Netflix. So it's not on Netflix for season 3 yet. But season 1 and 2 of Arrow, they did good after like 4 episodes. They started getting better. They started doing cooler shit. Are they perfect shows? Is it a perfect show? No. Do I like it? Sure. Gotham has potential. It's not like it's a terrible idea. But it's just, it could have had a way better pilot. Like, it's just, there's so much there. There's so much narrative potential for like a early days, or for, not early days, for modern Gotham City, as of right now in the comics, Law and Order. that to make a fucking another year one, another goddamn origin story, it's beyond belief. We don't need more origin stories. Nobody needs to know how Batman became Batman because we already know. We've seen it fucking 100 times. It's in every game. Like, you see fucking... In all the Arkham games, you see the origin of Batman. All of them. All 4. And then in friggin' Gotham, you see Batman's origin. And you see it in the Nolan movies. And you see it in the Burton movies. And you see it in fucking Adam West Batman. And you see it in the animated series. And you see it in The Batman. And you see it in Beware the Batman. You see it in the fucking Brave and the Bold. You see it everywhere. We don't need to see it again. I don't know. Maybe I'm going on a rant here. Pilot episode. Not the worst pilot episode I've ever seen of a show. It's got cool cinematography. The actors do alright. Just the writing itself isn't really that good. And the idea, and just some of the ideas regarding the villains. What they're supposed to do at this point. Because it's really like, fucking why did she have to be Ivy Pepper? Couldn't she have just been Pamela Isley? Oh, why is fucking Riddler, who should be maybe 5 years older than Batman, maybe? Otherwise, it's... Because, like, okay, at this point, like, he's a doctor. He's a medical examiner, right? The Riddler is a medical examiner. So that means he's at least 27. And Bruce Wayne is maybe 13 at max. So 13 to 27, let's crank that up a bit. Now Bruce Wayne's fucking 30, and he's Batman, and this 27-year-old has also aged fucking, what, almost 20 years? Now he's like 50. Now he is essentially a 50-year-old man being beaten up by a fucking Batman. Like, no matter what, that's weird. Right? Like, you need to give Batman time to grow up. In Batman Begins, he starts off at 30. That's not where he should start off. He starts off at, like, 23 in my headcanon. Why am I complaining about this? I might edit this part out. I might not. How about you decide? No, I'm just kidding. You're a fucking camera. What are you gonna do? But yeah, thanks for watching this. If you like it, leave a comment, leave a fucking like, leave a subscribe, or just actual subscribe. If you want to see more Gotham, just tell me. Just say it. I don't know what this series is going to be called. Hope you enjoyed. See you again for episode 2.